good, y'all? It's your girl Nay, back at it again with another video. And as y'all could tell by that title and that thumbnail, y'all already know what we're gonna be doing today. Girl, we're gonna be doing a motherfucking smoke session. Another one y'all already know. I'm coming back to back with the smoke sessions. These are the type of videos that y'all want to watch, so I'm just coming with it. Okay, I'm coming back to back with them. So today I really don't have like a list of what I'm going to talk about. I do kind of want to tell the story time because y'all, I told this story time like last year on my Snapchat, and I have been getting begged since then to like come on my YouTube channel and basically tell the story of my crazy ex and how like all this crazy shit that he did to me, and basically like how he almost got shot up at my kickback almost 2 years ago for doing some crazy shit. And y'all been begging me to fucking tell this story, so I decided why not share. I didn't have nothing else better to do today, and I really didn't have nothing to talk about in the smoke session. I was like, fuck it, I'm just sit here, tell y'all the story, give y'all as much as I can remember. Like I said, this is a smoke session slash story time, so get y'all blunts, get y'all weed. Y'all already know what the deal is. Y'all already know when y'all click on the video what we here to do. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on my social medias, and we're gonna get right into it, gang. All right, y'all, so like I said, this is gonna be a smoke session, so y'all already know. Get y'all blunts, get y'all weed. Let me know what y'all smoking on down in the comments. I am using a Berry Dutch as always. And first disclaimer I want to say, y'all, I met this nigga back in like the end of 2019, and there's been so much stuff that has happened between the end of 2019 and between beginning of this year 2022. So I'm not gonna be able to run it all down for y'all right now because we will be here for 3 hours. So if y'all get this video to at least 30 likes, then I'll definitely give y'all a part 2. But yeah, this is just gonna be part 1 because I can't tell y'all everything that went down in this one video, or we'll be here for 3 hours. So once again, y'all already know the drill. When y'all click on my videos, get y'all blunt, get y'all weed, so we got to spark up and get into this motherfucking story time, girl, because this is some goddamn tea, okay? And I do smoke, so there is a possibility that I might not remember everything, and I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. So if there is something that I forget or something that I missed, then I will basically come back when I'm editing and let y'all know if it is something that I missed. But girl, I be smoking, so I can't remember everything, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all either. So and then this damn blunt playing games. It don't, like, I'm confused. Anyway, so like I said, this goes back to like the end of 2019, I want to say. That was back when I was still in school. So I was working at McDonald's at the time, and he came in for training. So basically, you come in, for like 3 days, for like 3 hours each day, and it's basically like your training. You know, they kind of just basically like show you what you're supposed to do, and then after those 3 days they will let you know, and it will give you your full schedule of like when you work or whatever. So like I said, this was during the time that I was still in school. So I only worked afternoon during that time. I only worked like probably 4:30 to 10, 5 to 10, shit like that on the weekday because I was at school. So I think this was like his second day there training, and he was there And I remember that he had in blue contacts, but of course I didn't know him, so I had no way of knowing that those was contacts. And I had never seen no black boy with no color blue eyes. My uncle was the only black person that I knew with colored eyes, but my uncle, he's light skinned, and he's also he's not black and white, but he's black, white, and Indian. So him being light skinned is like, of course he's mixed with something, so he wasn't like fully black. So this was the first person that I had ever seen that was fully black that had color eyes. And like I said, even though they were contacts, I didn't know him, so I had no way of knowing that. So I remember I ended up telling this girl that I was cool with at the time, who worked there. They ended up knowing each other because they went out state together. So she knew him before anybody else did. Because like I said, that was only like his second day there training. And they was there chatting it up, talking like they had known each other. So of course I'm like, okay, they know each other. Mind you, I was in a relationship, but I did tell the nigga that I thought he had pretty eyes. Well, I told old girl, the girl named Jasmine, I told her, like, can you tell him like he got some pretty ass eyes? And she was like, why you don't tell him? Are you scared? I was like, I'm not scared, but it's just like, I don't know him. You want me to just randomly walk up to this nigga that I don't know and tell him you got pretty eyes? Why you can't do it? That's clearly your friend. Y'all clearly know each other, so why you just can't tell him what I said? You feel me? I just didn't understand it. But she was like, girl, just go tell him or whatever. So I ended up telling him that I think he had pretty eyes. And I think he ended up telling me like I was cute or something or whatever. But I think he ended up telling me that I was cute. So like I said, I would used to leave at 10 because I had school the next day. I would only work like 5 hours on the weekday. So I remember it was a stud girl there named Brittany who had a crush on me. I didn't know she had a crush on me at the time. I found that out later. But he must have been talking about me after I left. And he ended up asking the girl Brittany because we was cool. Like, he seen us talking at work. So after I said that to him, he must have been intrigued or fascinated by me. And so he started asking Brittany, like, what was my Snapchat, what was my social media, whatever. So I remember she texted my phone and was like, oh boy, trying to get your snap. And I'm like I said, I had a nigga, but I didn't know him, so I didn't feel like that was some information that I should just be giving up. Like, nigga, I don't know you. I'm not about to tell you, oh, I got a nigga. Like, I said one word. We exchanged like maybe 5 words to each other. So it was just kind of weird to me that he waited until I leave and was begging this girl for my Snapchat. And so I had a nigga, so I'm like, well, tell him I don't have one. So for whatever reason, he wasn't going for it. He kept badgering her about it. So finally, she ended up FaceTiming me. I think she was in the bathroom or something, and she FaceTimed me, and she was like, yo, like, this nigga keep asking, he won't leave me alone. Like, he's not going for it. Like, he just keep asking and asking and asking. And I was like, you know what, fine, give it to him. So she had my Snap, she gave it to him, whatever. I believe like the next day or some shit, he texted me on Snap and was just being real, like, kind of like very friendly. And I remember thinking to myself, like, why is this nigga so nice? Why is he so friendly? He don't even know me. We exchanged like maybe 5 words to each other. Maybe 10, and that was it. Like, we had never had no real long conversation or none of that. So it was just confusing to me that he was like, so like, ooh, like, I want to talk to her. It was just kind of weird to me. Y'all don't mind that broke ass mirror in the back, because I know a whole bunch of y'all staring at it right now. I have to throw it away, but I have to wait until Friday when they come get the trash for me to throw it out because I broke it the other day. But yeah, like, I was just kind of like, why is he so adamant on trying to get to know me and get my number and get my snap if we barely exchange words to each other? And he was just being real nice immediately off the gate. Because I remember shortly after that, I had got sick as fuck. I don't remember what happened, but y'all, my immune system is terrible. So anytime that it's time for like the weather to change or anything, bitch, I get sick. So I remember like probably like a couple of days after I had got sick, and I remember I posted on my Snapchat story, I posted like the little wristband that they give you at the hospital. I posted it and I was like, bro, it's always something. And of course he had me on Snap, so he was blowing my Snap up like, yo, are you good? Like, are you okay? Like, you need me to come to the hospital? What's your room number? And I'm just like, nigga, I don't even know you. Like, when I tell y'all it was so weird to me, it strikes me as so weird that he was just so like, are you okay? You want me to come to the hospital? Why would I be giving you my room number in the hospital and I've only known you for maybe 4 or 5 days and we barely even had no conversation? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. So basically, long story short, after all the small talk, after like a week or two of him being very persistent, I finally just told him like, yo, I'm just gonna let you know right now, like, I got a nigga. Because like I said, it was just weird. It was just weird to me that he was so like adamant on trying to get to know me. He was just so persistent and just so nice right off the gate. And I'm just like, bro, this nigga obviously wants something. He obviously like me. That was the reason why he asked for my Snap. Like, it's obvious. So let me just let him know now. Because me, I'm not the type where I don't have to play with nobody's feelings, because I don't want nobody to play with me. If you talking to somebody, if you fucking with a bitch, if you got a girl, whatever, let me know. Tell me. Let me know so that I can make the decision if I want to fuck with you or not. Don't lie and string me along and have me catch films for you and then make me look stupid in the end. So I didn't want to do that. I'm not out here trying to play with people's emotions. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to tell him right now, straight off the gate, even if he wasn't on that type of time, this is me just letting you know that even if you thought that anything was about to happen, it's not, because I got a nigga. And I ain't never been no cheater. Especially not when I'm in no committed relationship, because I don't even do relationships. So if I'm in an actual relationship to the point where everybody know that we are together and this is public and people know that you're my nigga, I'm not gonna go cheat on you. Especially if everybody know, nigga, they gonna go run and tell you. What the hell? Like, no. Niggas don't know how to keep their mouth shut. I be done went to fuck a nigga, he go tell his boys, and then one of his boys find out and he go tell you. Like, no. So I was telling him, like, bro, like, it ain't none of that. So he, you know what niggas do, trying to make it seem like, oh, okay, well, that's good, I respect it, whatever, we could just be cool. So I'm like, okay, you know, I did my part. I told him what it was, and he said he respected it. So if some shit pop off, or if he still try me, then I'm gonna just let my nigga handle it, because I did what I was supposed to do. And my ex had real bad anger problems. Like, that nigga would fuck you up. Like, oh God, like, he might have been short, but like, bro, like, he could throw hands, he could fight, and he had anger problems. He would like punch holes through the door and all kind of shit. Like, bro, he would really, like, he was not one of them. Like, he wasn't one of them gun type of niggas. Like, he would fuck you up. Like, he did not care. So I was like, bro, what the fuck? So fast forward a couple months, he still was just doing little shit. But as the time progressed on, like I said, he kind of made it seem like he was cool with it, so we would be cool or whatever. And then I ended up giving him my number. And yeah, so like, you know, when you start letting niggas get close to you, that's when they start doing that manipulative ass shit. Because that's what he do. He a manipulator. Like, and the reason why I say that was because I'm not the type that just go around flaunting my business or my relationship. Like, if it's something going on between me and my nigga, I'm not going and running to tell everybody. Like, I used to be the type where if something was happening, I used to say little petty shit on Snapchat, and shit, but I was never go into like detail. I would just say little petty shit on Snap, but I was never in like detail. I would never go in like detail of what was going on. And I never told this man who my nigga was, anything about my relationship. And he just was doing like manipulative shit. He would be in my ear telling me like, you deserve so much better, like you a queen, you need somebody to treat you right, all this. And I'm just like, how are you telling me that I need somebody to treat me better, and I've never even came to you and told you that I was getting treated wrong to begin with? But like I said, that time my ex, sorry y'all, I keep feeling like I keep getting dark, so I'm trying to make it lighter so that y'all could see me. But like, so at the time my ex, like, he didn't really have no money, the nigga was broke, so we was having problems because like I never, like, that nigga was never really able to buy me nothing our entire relationship. Like, I made sure that if we did go out, I was the one paying for it. And then he used to get mad because he would say that I never wanted to go out. All I wanted to do was just sit in the room and not do nothing. And it's just like, me, I'm the type where if I like you, then I like you. I don't have a problem being around you. Like, nigga, we could sit on the phone for 2 hours and not say one word, but me knowing that you there and your presence is there is enough for me. Like, when I really vibe with somebody and fuck with somebody, that's how I am. Like, we don't need to go out and do no extra ass shit to be spending a whole bunch of money. If I fuck with you, then I fuck with you, and I should be able to fuck with you without all the extra shit. So, and plus he was never paying for nothing. So I got tired of having to make up excuses to go to my grandma to get money. And then when she would ask me what I need the money for, I would have to make up excuses because I'm not finna tell her that I'm with a bum who don't got no money to pay for nothing. Because she gonna be like, bitch, are you stupid? I'm not finna tell her that. So he was just in my ear telling me a whole bunch of stuff about how I deserve better, how I deserve a nigga to like treat me better, and all this shit. So in the midst of that, and in the midst of me and my ex having our own problems, shit started getting in my head, and I kind of started down my relationship. I was really like acting funny towards that nigga, to be honest. I really kind of like stopped texting him back and was acting like really distant towards him for a minute because that nigga was in my ear. He was telling me all kind of shit that I already kind of felt myself. So just hearing like a nigga tell me, it was just like, you know, and obviously he wanted to fuck with me, so he's telling me that I deserve better and I need all of this and that he can do this for me, and he's such a great nigga and he could just provide and take care of me and all this that he's feeding into my ear. So, but I didn't let it get to me because I kind of started to realize, like, how am I gonna let this nigga that I barely know come in and try to ruin my relationship that I've been in for damn near almost, like, it was probably like almost 2 years at that point. How could this nigga come in that barely don't even know me, don't know my situation, don't know nothing about my relationship, come in and tell me that I need to leave my relationship or that I deserve better? Like, I'm not about to listen to that, because I didn't want to make no decision and then regret it. Because sometimes I would do that. I think off of emotions. So if I'm upset, if I'm pissed off, I'm going to react based off of emotions. I'm not going to think about the long run. But in that situation I did, I was like, bro, if I react off of my emotions right now, this might could fuck up everything that I got going on in the long run. So I didn't end up leaving my ex. He ended up finding out months later about the shit because he caught him texting my phone, and he ended up going through our messages. The nigga ended up, like, when I tell you he was doing crazy shit, like, he was doing crazy shit. Like, he would go to work and he was telling people at work that he liked me, and he was trying to convince girls in there to make me be with him. Like, he would go to all these bitches in McDonald's and try to tell them to come to me and convince me to talk to him. And every time he would come in, he would always come in, and the first thing he would do is he would come and he would hug me first. That was the first thing he would do when he walked through the door, is he would come in, see me, smile, and then give me a hug before he even did anything. Like, he was offering to take me home when I would get off at 10 o'clock. He was offering to take me home. Like, he was just doing shit to make everybody in McDonald's believe that, like, we was fucking with each other, or like we was going together, or he was telling them like, yo, can y'all talk to her and get her to talk to me? Like, and I was just like, if you say you respect the relationship, then why? Like I said, this was my fault because I could have stopped it, but like at the time it felt good to feel like, you know, like it's a nigga out here who willing to do this extra shit to try to impress me. Like, it made me feel good. Like, shit, it made me feel good to think that he was going out of his way to try to do all this just to try to impress little old me, and he didn't even know me. So I'm like, damn, like, he trying to do all of this just to impress me. Like, bro, I'm not shit. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I'm just like, wow, it kind of made me feel good. So that's why I kind of entertained it a little bit and let it go along. But like, we never did nothing. I never kissed the nigga, never, none of that. We never did none of that until later on. So like, he would do bullshit. Like at McDonald's, I would go in the back in the stock room to go get something, and he would follow me to the back and be like rubbing his dick on my ass, or like he would come like grind up on me from the back, or like he would go like grab my ass but do it real smooth, and I'd just be like, what the hell? Like, it was just weird. And it was weird because it was just like, bro, I already told you I got a nigga. Like, you don't care? You trying to tell me that you doing all of this after I done already told you I got a nigga and you don't care? Like, this is a nigga that I be with every day, a nigga that I'm fucking on, and you just come to McDonald's doing all this flirty ass shit, and you don't even care that I have a whole nigga that I'm with all the time, and you don't even care that I already told you I'm not fucking with you like that. It just didn't make sense how he didn't care. So, fast forward to August of 2020. Me and my ex broke up in July of 2020, and so after me and my ex broke up, okay, so before that, so during that time, he ended up talking to one of my friends around that time. He ended up talking to one of these bitches who I thought was my friend. He ended up finding her Instagram. They end up talking, and she would literally tell me in my face that she was just using him, that he would come bring her and her friends food to our school. He would leave class to go bring her and her friends food at my school. And so I feel like he was doing it because, like I said, for one, I feel like he was doing it because it was just like I was telling him that I didn't want him. So that was his way of trying to make me mad or make me jealous. And she didn't see nothing wrong with it. She was just using the nigga because she didn't have no hoes, that she needed somebody that was going to entertain her. And he was just that nigga at the time that was entertaining her. So to her, she didn't give a fuck. It was just like, oh, well, whatever. I don't fuck with him. Like, I'm just be using him. And she would literally tell me this. And I'm just like, bro. And what made it even worse is because they would do shit in front of my face. Like, she would come pick up DoorDash, and he would literally run to her behind the counter, and they would be hugging on front counter. And I'm just like, bro, y'all look stupid as hell, because I know he only doing this. He was doing that shit to be petty. Like, come on now. I know it. I know he was doing that shit to be petty. And she was just going along with it. But this bitch supposed to be my friend. Me and her supposed to be cool. And she's willingly entertaining this nigga, knowing that he's doing shit to try to be petty towards me. And she's entertaining it like it's nothing wrong. So they end up, whatever happened, I think she ended up getting her a nigga. They end up stop talking or whatever, because I told him, like, nigga, you look stupid as fuck doing all this shit for this girl, and this girl out here using your ass. You look stupid as hell. Like, you look dumb. You look dumb doing all this, and this girl is literally going around telling everybody that all she do is use you, and you doing all of this extra shit going out of your way. You never even did this for me, and you doing this for a bitch that you just met a couple weeks ago, and you met her because of me. They only knew each other because of me. Like, that shit was weird. That shit was weird. So me and my ex end up breaking up, whatever. He ended up coming back around like maybe the same, I think he ended up coming back around either the week before or the same week that me and my ex broke up. So once I end up telling him, you know, that me and my ex was done, that I wasn't in no relationship no more, he felt like that was his opportunity to shoot his shot. Okay, well, she's single, she not in a relationship, whatever. So I remember the day that I graduated, he came to my house and gave me some money. But by that time, I was on my hot girl whole shit. I wasn't worried about him or no other nigga. So I remember I was with this other dude that had worked with me, but we was just cool. Like, at that time, we wasn't messing around. We was just cool. He ended up picking me up and then dropped me off. And as soon as he dropped me off, old boy pulled up and gave me some money. And then as soon as old boy pulled up, I left with my mama and got dropped off at my friend's house because it was her birthday the same day, and we went to Three Amigos, so I got dropped off there. And so yeah, like, he pulled up, gave me some money or whatever, and was just, you know, trying to fuck with me, because at this point I had told him, like, there was no more relationship. Me and my ex was broken up. Wait, no, no, scratch that. Me and my ex was not broken up, but it was Corona, so we wasn't really able to see each other. I wasn't really at work because I was scared that I was gonna get COVID, and there was all this crazy shit going on that I wasn't really working. And at the time, I don't think my mom had her car yet, so I wasn't finna walk all the way to his house during COVID, and there's all this shit going on, so we really wasn't seeing each other. So during graduation, me and him wasn't broken up yet, because I graduated on June 10th, and we didn't break up till July. But he still came to my house and gave me some money or whatever. So he was, like I said, he was like trying to grab on me and do little shit, but I was like, bro, chill. So then like a month later, he was still texting me or whatever, and I ended up telling him in July, when like, I think we kind of fell off and stopped texting for a couple weeks, and then he popped back up the same week that me and my ex broke up and was asking me, like, if I was still in a relationship, how was my relationship going. And I'm like, the shit is non-existent. There is no relationship. There will never be no relationship. It's done. So that was his like opportunity to try to, like, you know, fuck with me. So during so now we're gonna fast forward to August to the kickback, where he almost got shot up for pulling up at my kickback. So the reason how he even found out because of my birthday was because I think like the day before or 2 days before, he asked me like what I was doing, because he was always trying to link me during that time. Like, he was always trying to link me. Like, he was calling me every day trying to see what time I got off, because he wanted me to link with him. And I think I had only linked with him once, but I don't know, like, it was just weird because he always wanted to do like relationship shit when he was out. He wanted to go out and think that we was gonna be out holding hands, that he was gonna be out in front of people calling me bae, that we was gonna be kissing, all this weird shit. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to do that. Like, I just got out of a relationship. I'm not trying to go do no relationship shit with you, bro. I don't want to do that. So he came to my house the day of my birthday and gave me some more money. It was early as hell in the morning, and he came to my house, and I remember that I was about to get in the shower when he was at the door, and he sat in my living room while I took a shower. And yeah, so he was just once again trying to touch on me, doing a little flirty shit, trying to get me to sit on his lap, all type of little extra shit. So my friend Malik called me and told me happy birthday, whatever, and he ended up asking me like what I was doing, because I had kept telling everybody that I didn't know what I was doing, whatever. So it was like the day before I had decided, well, fuck it, I'm gonna have a kickback. Because like I said, I was on my single hot girl shit. At that point, I was like, shit, I wanted to do just a whole bunch of reckless ass shit, because I felt like, nigga, I was trapped in that relationship for so long. A bitch is single, I'm finna do me. So I was like, I'm gonna have me a little kickback, I'm gonna get drunk, you know, whatever, come slide through. And I told him the address, and old boy was sitting right there listening to me when I told Malik the address. So later on that day, my phone was broke. So this so I had this iPhone XR at the time, this one right here, this black iPhone XR. This shit was, it doesn't look cracked now, but it's fucked up. Like, y'all, the whole screen is fucked up. It doesn't look like it, but it is. I had dropped it so much that the shit was cracked, so it would like glitch every time that I would open the phone. It would like call random numbers without me even touching it. Like, my shit was fucked up. So it was still messed up on my birthday because I was trying to find somebody to fix it. and they couldn't fix it until like a couple days after my birthday. So that's why I really wasn't even able to record or get no pictures or nothing, because my phone was fucked up. And so I think he called me, or I think my phone glitched and ended up calling him, but I was already at the hotel. So he took it upon himself that, I guess because when I called him and the phone glitched and I hung up, and then when he called back I wasn't able to answer, he took that upon himself to, I guess, feel like he needed to come see what the fuck was going on or see what I was doing. And he pulled up to Kickback. Mind y'all, it was me, I think it was 4 girls, and then it was like 4 boys and 5, it was like 5 boys and 4 girls, including me. So it was like 4 girls and 5 niggas was in there. Every one of them niggas had guns, okay, because they was carrying around a strap or whatever. And like I said, we in there listening to music, getting drunk, vibing. We not expecting nobody to come beating on the motherfucking door. So we in there drinking, kicking it, passing the blunt back and forth. You know, we rolling up, smoking, drinking, taking shots, vibing to the music, everything. This nigga come beating on the motherfucking door. Like, when I tell you beating on the motherfucking door, he come beating on the motherfucking door. So at that point, I think I ran to hide, because the way they was beating on the door, I thought it was the fucking people at the office and they was finna come in and kick us out. When they opened the door and seen that it was smoky as a bitch in there and smelled weed and shit, I thought they was finna come kick us out. So I got scared, because the shit was in my mama name. It wasn't in my name, because I had just turned 18. It wasn't in my name. My mama had put it in her name. She dropped us off and left and went on about her business. So I was scared they was about to kick us out or some shit. So I ran like a little pussy to the bathroom, and Corey opened the door. It was her reason when I tell you he opened the door and just walked in. He walked in and was looking around, sizing everybody up. And then when I came from around the corner, he looked at me. I looked at him. I was like, what the fuck? And then he's looking at me. He's looking around. So I grabbed the nigga by the wrist. And I'm like, and I drag his ass out the door. I'm like, come on. So I grab him by the wrist, drag him out the door. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck you just pull up here like you own the place and you come like doing weird shit? And why the fuck is you beating on the door? Like, why is you even here? So he's like, so then he starts questioning me. He's like, why the fuck y'all got the sheets messed up? What the fuck y'all ass in here doing? Y'all some fucking weirdos. You got all these niggas in here. Y'all got the sheets fucked up. I'm like, first of all, bitch, if we was doing something, then I would have been naked. Everybody in here is fully clothed. The only reason why we had ransacked the sheets was because me and my 2 friends that I came with decided that we was gonna get drunk as fuck and we wasn't gonna get back home. So we was gonna stay the night, and checkout was at 11. So of course, if I'm staying the night in a hotel, I'm going to check the sheets to make sure that it ain't nothing in the sheets before I go lay down in this fucking bed. Duh. Who doesn't check their sheets when they go to a fucking hotel? So we was checking the sheets once we decided that we was getting drunk and we was getting tore up and we wasn't gonna be able to get home. We was like, okay, well, we're gonna check the sheets to make sure that they good, because if not, they're gonna give us another room. But yeah, he was trying to be on some weird shit like, what is y'all on, blah blah blah, trying to question me. I'm like, nigga, why are you questioning me and you not even supposed to be here? Why the fuck are you here? Why is you showing up here beating on the door? Why is you doing this weird shit? You not even supposed to be here. Like, can you leave? And he's like, and y'all all in here drunk as fuck. I'm like, bro, you worrying about the wrong things. And then he was mad because the nigga Corey that I work with, he liked me. And he was another one that was going around McDonald's telling everybody that he wanted to fuck with me. He was like, y'all tell Tornado to fuck with me. She don't want to fuck with me because she's scared I'm going to hurt her feelings, or she's scared I'm going to break her heart. Tell her I'm not going to break her heart. Like, tell her, give me a chance. He would go around and tell people that shit at McDonald's. And this manager that was in there, her messy ass would go and tell Tyrese what Corey was saying. So he was even more mad when he seen Corey there, and he was like, so you gonna invite that nigga and not invite me, and I done known you for how long, and you gonna invite this nigga over here and you ain't invite me, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, you worrying about the wrong things. Like, can you just go? So I basically told him, like, bro, can you just leave? So I think it was the next day or 2 days later, we was at my friend cousin house. So the friend that I came with, she stayed down the street from me. That was the friend that I had came with. So me and the two friends that I came with, the kid, that's me and the two friends that stayed in the hotel that night. Like 2 days later, we went to her cousin's house, and we was just sitting there chilling, playing Monopoly. Her cousin was asking us, like, you know, about the kickback, what we was doing, everything like that. And I told her, I was like, girl, I would have invited you, but since you underage, you can't be coming with us smoking and drinking and shit. Like, no. So we was telling her, like, basically about the kickback and what was going on. And this nigga was calling me. When I tell you he was blowing my phone up, he was blowing my phone up. Like, he was blowing my shit up, calling me back to back to back. So finally I answered the phone. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you calling me for? Like, why are you calling me? Like, I'm busy. I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to hang with my friends. We over here trying to play a game. We trying to talk. And you over here blowing my phone up. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So he's like talking crazy on the phone. Like, don't be showing off in front of your friends. I'm like, nigga, I don't have to show off in front of shit. You heard what the fuck I said. Stop calling my motherfucking phone like you ain't got no sense over and over and over again. What the fuck is your problem? So I end up hanging up on that nigga because I'm like, bro, he pissing me the fuck off. So we end up finishing the game. I get back. The nigga is still calling me. He kept calling me to the point where I literally had to cut my phone off because he kept calling. Every 2 minutes he was calling back to back to back. He would call me 5 times, then he would FaceTime me 5 times. Then he would regular call me 5 times, and he would FaceTime me 5 times. Like, it was just back to back to back to the point where I had to cut my phone off. So finally, when I cut my phone off and his shit wasn't delivering, he must have thought he was blocked. So when I cut my phone back on, like 30 minutes later, I end up blocking the nigga. Y'all, why this man made a text now number and was parked in front of my house? He was parked next to my house in like the cut, thinking that I wasn't gonna see him, texting me from a text now number because he was blocked. As he's parked outside my house, he's texting me from a fake number, pretending to be somebody else as he's sitting outside of my house. So I'm like, so I text the number back. I'm like, nigga, I'm not fucking stupid. I see you sitting outside my house. You better leave if I call the police on you. He's like, nah, come outside. Let's talk. So we get to arguing in front of my house. My mama end up coming outside. My mama crazy as fuck. Like, she don't care who you is. She will curse your ass out. She do not play. Like, she crazy. So I told her, go in the house. Like, I was just like, Mom, go in the house. I got it. I can handle it. So me and him end up arguing in front of my house. I basically tell him, like, nigga, leave. So we end up basically coming to the conclusion, like, bro, like, we not friends. We not none of that shit. You go your way. I go my way. That was how the argument left off. So I'm going to post a screenshot because I have like a 30-second screen recording in this iPad that I screen recorded of this nigga when he was texting my phone, all type of craziness. Mind y'all, this argument happened like a couple days after my birthday in August of 2020. So after the argument happened, we decided we was gonna go our separate ways. Nigga, I don't want to be your friend. Don't talk to me. We go our separate ways. So I ended up unblocking him. I think the same day I unblocked him, and we didn't have no more words. So in November of 2020, I have a screenshot. He was texting. I have a screen recording. He was texting my phone, all type of craziness, calling me all type of hoes and this and that and third. I'm gonna pop it up right here. I'm playing it right now, but I'm gonna insert it for y'all because y'all can't see it. And basically y'all could just see, like, he was texting me November, and then after that it was like he stopped, and then a month later on December 10th he started back texting me all kind of shit, calling me a hoe, saying that I was for the streets, all this. So y'all could see we arguing, we going back and forth, whatever. So that case, so after that, I believe I have another screenshot of him texting me from a fake number, because after I sent that message where I said begging for a bitch you could never have, I blocked him before he even got a chance to respond. So he made a fake number and was still texting me crazy on the fake number. So if I could find the screenshots of that, I'm gonna put that up right here too, of him texting me. Y'all can see that the messages is green because it's a fake number. So we was just going back and forth, and y'all could see how bipolar he is. Y'all could see how it went from him texting my phone telling me that I was a hoe, that I did him wrong, that I did him so dirty, and y'all could see that at the end of the conversation in the green messages, he was like, oh, like, let's just start over, like, so you're not fucking with me no more, like, let's just start over, like, blah 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 blah, let's pretend like this shit never happened. And I'm like, nigga, just earlier in the day you woke up at fucking, like, this nigga woke up at goddamn, this was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You texting me all type of crazy ass shit to my phone for no reason when I never did nothing to this nigga. So after he was texting me crazy, y'all can see at the end of the messages, he was like, oh, like, let's just start over, whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna just stop it right there, because like I said, this video is already 40 minutes and I can't sit here for an hour and a half and tell y'all the rest. But that's just like the first part of the tea of what happened. I'm gonna get into like the next shit that went down and how like all this other shit escalated after that, because it got more crazy after that. Like, it got way more crazy. So yeah, don't forget, like I said, to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. They will be in the description box and in my intro video down below. Like this video up, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel about it. Comment down below in the comments if you want to see part 2, what you feel about it, if you ever had like any crazy similar experiences to this. Because honestly, y'all, I had never experienced no crazy shit like this, and I still have yet to experience no crazy shit like this. Like, this is the first nigga to ever do some crazy shit to me like this. So it was just crazy. And we have never been in no relationship. We never had sex, none of that. And he just be acting crazy. So, but before I forget, shout out to this person right here. Like I said, I don't know who you are yet, and I won't know until I edit this video. But thank you so much for liking and commenting. Thank you for coming back to my videos and showing me all this support. Like I said, y'all run the subscribers up. We on the road to 1,000. Hopefully I hit 1K by the end of the year, because I'm gonna do a fucking giveaway. And all y'all people that have been subscribing and been commenting, y'all already know, like, y'all part of the gang, y'all part of the fam forever. When we glow up and hit 1 mil, I'm gonna always remember y'all. I'm gonna always look out for the people that been looking out for me. So yeah, so like I said, just run the subscribers up. Like, girl, it's free. Just hit subscribe. Y'all be coming back to watch these videos all the time. Y'all might as well subscribe and put y'all notifications on. Comment down below so that you get a chance to get shouted out, so that I can recognize you and say thank you for watching. And yeah, girl, get this video to 30 likes and I'll give y'all part 2, because I know y'all want it. Bye, I love y'all.